Have you ever wondered what it would take to step out of clinical medicine? Not because you hate your patients, but you maybe are wanting a different life. This video is not about quitting medicine. It's about actually knowing what your options are. Hi, I'm Zahra. I'm a medical doctor and entrepreneur, and I've spent the last few years really investigating and interrogating what options exist outside of medicine. And so first, let's start off and say, what does a clinical career actually look like? It means long hours, it means starting from the bottom. It's often working night shifts, weekends, public holidays. It's dealing with a lot of emotional heaviness around suffering, death, and responsibility. You ultimately have limited autonomy early on in your career, and your income hits a ceiling because it's ultimately tied to your time and presence. And so studies consistently show that doctors are one of the highest burnt-out professionals that exists in the world. And the drivers behind this are usually due to long hours, administrative difficulties, moral injury, and loss of autonomy. We all love medicine. We all love working with patients. The work we do is incredibly meaningful, but it's not always neutral. And it ultimately does shape the type of life you have, your energy, and your health. What does non-clinical actually mean? It doesn't mean you've sold out. It doesn't mean you don't love medicine. It doesn't mean you failed. And it doesn't mean that you weren't able to make it within your clinical trajectory and pathway. Ultimately, it means that you want to use your training in a different way and often away from the bedside. And so you're solving problems from systems, population, business, or education level. The truth is, you're not really leaving medicine. You're just learning another way to reapply it. And so there are 4 major categories of non-clinical career options that you can still access using your MBCHB. Number 1, health and medicine adjacent. And so this would be public health, health policies, working for NGOs, being in medical education, clinical research, and even in health tech. Number 2, corporate and business. This could be consulting, working for pharmaceutical companies or medical device companies. This could be medical affairs, working for health insurance or medical schemes, and even working for a startup. Number 3, education and content. This could be teaching and training. This could be building a YouTube channel, doing newsletters. This could be doing exam prep, making question banks, and even developing online courses. Number 4, and probably my most favorite, although very difficult to get into, is entrepreneurship. This could be building digital products, building clinics or wellness services, different types of apps or platforms, and even starting a consulting business. It's also possible for you to combine your clinical and non-clinical areas of interest until you decide to fully pivot into one. And so the next part is, what skills do you actually need to succeed outside of clinical medicine? Unfortunately, our MBCHB degree does not really translate to job readiness in the non-clinical spaces. So here are 6 helpful skills that you would need if you want to transition into a non-clinical space. Communication. This could be writing, presenting, or speaking. Business fundamentals. This is around finance and are you able to learn ways of creating value? Marketing and sales, arguably one of the hardest parts to lock down in medicine. Project management, data literacy, and digital skills. Can you use new tools, platforms? Do you understand and know how to use AI? The truth is that all these skills are very learnable. In fact, most clinicians, most doctors, all learn these skills after they've graduated. And so what your medical background really does give you is your resilience, your credibility, your pattern recognition, and your ability to make high executive level decisions under time pressure. Sometimes stepping back and asking yourself why you want to leave might actually be the most important part. I have had hundreds of doctors reach out to me, contact me saying that they really want advice on how to move out of clinical medicine. But as you can see, the topic around non-clinical medicine is so broad and the opportunities and possibilities are endless. And so I would argue you would want to always ask yourself, why do you want to leave clinical medicine? Is it burnout or is it misalignment? Is it the work or is it the system? Is it medicine or is it the lack of autonomy? Is it income or is it lack of time freedom? Unfortunately, running away from a clinical job isn't really a strategy, but running towards a life that you actually want definitely is. So start there. Start with, what type of life are you actually wanting in the next 5 years? And does your career and professional life match that goal? If it doesn't, and you're wanting more clarity on how to actually build a life that is aligned to what you want, and you're struggling with how to set your goals in the first place, let me know, comment down below, and I'll send you a tool that's helped me over and over again, and a tool that I've shared with many friends and colleagues. I don't always know that the grass is greener, and I don't always know that there's a better path, but there might just be a better aligned path for you. What I will argue is that if you don't define the life that you want, medicine or any other career for that matter definitely will. So let me know in the comments below, have you ever considered a non-clinical path? And if you have, what's been holding you back? If you'd like this video and you'd like to see more, my latest video is up here and you can always subscribe to my channel.